Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Firestone, your new non-native English teacher. Today's lesson is going to be about occupation. So in this lesson, you are going to learn basic questions related to occupations, and then I'm going to provide you a list of some of the occupations with their meanings in French, and then I'm going to give you an example for each one of them. So if you are not subscribed, this is the time to get subscribed. Done? All right. Question related to occupation. So before we start everything, it's important to know occupation is what? Occupation means profession or job or craft, okay? In that way, someone can say, what's your job? What's your occupation? What's your craft? Or what's your profession? So all these questions mean the same thing, okay? It means, what do you do in your life? What do you do in your life? Okay? When you want to determine the profession of someone, say, what's your job? What's your occupation? What's your profession? What's your craft? Or you can say, what do you do in your life? Now, when you meet somebody, you need to learn his job. Say first, do you work? Do you work? Do you work? So in this question, the person can say, yes, I do. So when the person says, yes, I do, now you ask him, what's your job? Or what are you? What do you do in your life? Now, when you ask the question, do you work? And the person says, no, I don't. Then you can ask the question, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Because if a person doesn't work, he must live. So to live, you need to have a job. Some people, they don't work, but they depend on other people, okay? You can say in that way, I don't work, but I depend on my parents, okay, for students. Or I don't work, but I depend on my husband. I don't work, but I depend on my fiancé. Good. Now, you can also be direct when you see somebody, you say, are you employee? Okay. Are you employee? Who is your employer? Who is your employer? So when someone asks you, are you employee? Say, yes, I am. Who is your employer? The employer can be somebody or can be a company, okay? Now, another question you can also ask, say, are you a civil servant? Are you a civil servant? In which department are you working? Good. This time, I will provide you a list of the best well-known professions in the business world. Mind you, for each vocabulary, I will help you grasp its meaning in English and how to use it in a sentence. Let's get started. Number 1. A teacher, a person who teaches, especially in a school. Word synonym. A teacher can also be called educator, tutor, instructor, master, mistress, coach, trainer, professor, or guru. Sentences to practice. What does this man do? Repeat. This man is a teacher. He is in education. He works for a public school. Number 2. Driver. A person drives a vehicle. Number 3. Soldier. A person serves in the army. Sentences to practice. This man is a soldier. Is an American soldier. Number 4. Policeman. A member of police force, especially one who is male. Sentences to practice. Before being a policeman, he used to be a teacher. Number 5. Doctor. A person who's been trained in a medical science, whose job is to treat people who are sick or injured. Sentences to practice. You'd better see a doctor. He is a doctor. Number 6. Gatekeeper. A person whose job is to check and control who's allowed to go through a gate. Sentence to practice. A secretary acts as a gatekeeper, reading all mail before it reaches our boss. Engineer, a person whose job involves designing and building engines, machines, roads, bridges. In this way, we can talk about chemical engineer, civil engineer, electrical engineer, soft engineer, and sound engineer. Number 8. Pharmacist, a person whose job is to prepare medicines and sell or give them to the public in a shop, store, or in a hospital. Sentence to practice. This woman is a pharmacist. She's not a doctor, she's a pharmacist. Number 9. Bricklayer, a person whose job is to build walls with bricks. Sentences to practice. Repeat. He is a bricklayer. He works for Benetton. Number 10. Baker, a person whose job is baking and selling bread and cakes. Sentence to practice. This handsome man works for Sonny Baker's house. Hey guys, let's jump to the last part of today's lesson. What would your answer look like when you were asked, what do you do in your life? So to this question, we have more than one way to respond to this question. First, you say I am plus the name of your profession. An example, I am a teacher, I am a driver, I am an architect, I am an accountant. So the second way to respond to that question, say I am plus in plus the name of your field of study. Example, I'm in finance, I'm in bookkeeping, I am in education. So the last way, you can use the name of your employer. Say for instance, I work for Microsoft company, I work for Congo Airways. So thank you for watching today's video. If you are pleased, we want you to share the video and to call other people to get subscribed to this channel in order to learn English for free. Thank you for watching my video. See you next time. Goodbye.